Thanks for watching Mid-Morning this Monday. Job interviews can be more than a little stressful.
Especially if you get thrown by an unusual question that your potential employer throws your way. Something like, how many fire hydrants are in the city? Or how would you explain a vending machine to someone who's never used one before?
What?
Those are questions people have actually been asked in job interviews, and local recruitment expert and HR professional Chris Dardis with Versique Executive Search joins us now with some tips on how to answer these. What is the deal? Why are employers asking these crazy questions?
We're hearing a lot about this lately. Hiring managers are asking these odd questions for two reasons. Number one, they are trying to get candidates off their scripted answers in hopes of gaining a more honest response. And then number two, it's really important, even though these questions are a little awkward, they still are trying to find a specific competency that is required within the job.
All right, let's talk about some of these because Glassdoor actually compiled a list of some of the toughest questions that people have been asked, and you are going to help us with the best answer. So the first one, if your current employer had an anniversary party for you, what 3 words would be written on the cake to describe you?
So why they're asking this question is they are trying to get a feel for your top strengths and trying to get a feel to see if you are self-aware as to how others view you. Best way to answer this question is be honest in speaking about what you believe your top strengths are, but then secondly, if you can, try to draw a correlation between where your top strengths lie and what are some bullet points within the job description.
Like how it might help the future employer.
Okay.
Next question, who in history would you want to go to dinner with and why? Oh, this question scares me because there's so many. What if you pick someone that politically your interviewer doesn't like?
Right. I've actually been asked this question in an interview. This question...
What'd you say?
What's really important to me is my family, and so I said my grandfather, who I'd never met before. Right.
Can't go wrong there.
You can't go wrong.
Oh, that is a good
really
one.
Good.
So
really good.
This question is trying to get into a little bit into your personality to identify if you are going to be a culture fit within the company.
Sure.
And it gives a little insight into your character as well. Number one tip for this is just be honest. And
how honest, though? Like, if you really want to meet, like, a pop star, should you say that?
You shouldn't say, I want to go to dinner with Justin Bieber because I want to be rich and famous. But you should be able to clearly articulate the why behind your dinner guest.
Okay, number 3. Please describe an instance where you had to make a decision without all the necessary information.
Sure. At Versique, when we are talking with candidates about this question, it's called a behavioral-based question. They're trying to understand how you make decisions. So what we tell our candidates is answer it in 3 parts. Number 1, clearly identify the issue that you are trying to overcome. 2, how did you gather the data and maybe who did you involve in making the decision? And then thirdly, how did you take action and what was the ultimate outcome?
Last one, throw your resume aside, Chris. Tell me what makes you you.
Yes. This is another culture question to try to figure out if you're going to fit within the company, as well as can you just have a conversation and build rapport with somebody sitting across from you. It's okay to get personal on this one. Tell them where you grew up. Tell them hobbies and interests and everything like that. However, be very careful. Don't drone on. Keep your answer to this question 2 minutes maximum.
Very good. Chris, good stuff.
Thank you.
Don't give the answer. I have a collection of small miniature dolls that I like to talk to, work out my problems.
No,
no good.
That didn't work out for you in the past? Nope.